To unveil. Oh.
In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, I'm sorry for that little preview there. Okay, so do you know what the surprise is? Can anybody pick it out? I know there's only 17 in here because it's pretty dead out there and it's a Saturday. But can you tell anything different today? Is there anything that sounds different? And Miss Linda's laughing because I popped myself up for 2 seconds. Okay, so my friend Danny Smith came over yesterday and he fixed the audio. I was too excited and I hit the button too early. So at least when I was testing things, it sounded really good. So good. You can hear. Okay, awesome. Okay, so yes, the audio should be fixed. He had this thing called a cloud lifter that we had to plug into the other box that receives this audio. I don't know what all happens, but it sounded good to me when I recorded on it. And Toledo Ben's looking good this morning. So good morning, everyone. Glad to have you here. Let's take a look at what is going on. You had a 2-second preview of me as I was transitioning between the countdown and the other stuff there, the commercials. So good morning to you. Good Saturday morning. As you can tell, I'm giddy with excitement over this audio. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to look, or it's going to sound good. It's not going to look any better, but it's going to sound better. So there's Toledo Ben looking good this morning, and here is Alexandria looking pretty good as well. Some fair weather clouds out there. I think today looks pretty dry. I think tomorrow we are going to start to see some scattered storms come in. Now, for today, we actually do have a tornado watch up over parts of Arkansas, and it looks like some rough stuff moving in toward Memphis, northern Mississippi as well. So if you are headed a few hours north today, you're going to see some pretty rough weather, but here across Louisiana, pretty much most of the state, I think we're looking pretty good today. Mid-80s. Already 85 degrees, 86 in Baton Rouge. We're going to see heat indices above 105 in parts of the area today, and those winds from the south-southwest at about 15 to 20 miles per hour on gusts. Of course, again, near storms, it's going to get a little bit stronger. You get that little boost to the wind in the afternoon behind the sea breeze, and then overnight tonight, I think we could actually see a couple of showers try to sneak in from the north, but I think that's going to stay away. I really think things are going to hold off until tomorrow. So for today, mid-90s, 95, mostly clear. Few fair weather clouds again, but that's about it. Here is Futurecast. Now, this is the one I'm really going to kind of hit on here. Again, this evening, we could see a sprinkle or maybe a rogue thunderstorm, only about a 10 to 20% coverage there. Then everything is kind of staying to the north there until about 4 or 5 p.m. tomorrow when I think we get our first batch of storms in. Pretty scattered here, so the northern half of the area most likely to see that. Then we get another wave of energy to dive through, and then it's going to be tough to time. So what I did on the GFS model here, I like to give you some representation of what's going to kind of happen in the future. It's more with my words than anything because this thing kind of looks chaotic, but you can see here, showers and storms start off late Sunday into early Monday, and then I'm just going to let it roll because timing's going to be impossible. But you can just see little blips and blurbs of showers and storms mainly through about Friday. Then we start to see that kind of calm down a little bit. At least that's what I'm seeing right now. But it looks like about a 5-6 day stretch where we have some pretty high rain chances. And I think each day we're going to see a marginal to a slight risk for severe weather. So for tomorrow, marginal risk covering most of the area, a slight risk over the northern part, and then we do a slight risk over the northeastern part. I can see that expanded a little bit to the west on Monday here. But for now, the entire state is at least in a marginal risk for severe weather, and that's on Monday. So Monday, I think Tuesday, we do that again. It's not something where we're seeing like those day 4 and 5 outlooks here, where we're seeing the high threat for severe weather. That's something we're seeing 5-6 days out, but I think we're going to see at least some threat each day. Nothing really over the last 7 days here. So with the heat and with the low to mid 90s we've seen here, I think we're going to see some needed rain in the beginning, but I think some of us are going to be like, let's pump the brakes after a little bit, because 1 to 3 inches of rain here, that's okay. But the way it goes this time of year, someone's going to see 5 to 7 inches of rain out of this. So we'll have to see where that heavier stuff is lining up. And right now, I think that is most likely going to be in the northern half of our area. So 7-day forecast, the good news I can give you here, mid 90s this weekend down into the mid 80s as those showers and storms are going to really just hold temperatures in check. Clouds and rain tend to do that. Rain chances in the 80 to 90% range Monday through Wednesday. They start to to kind of peel back just a little bit on Thursday and Friday, but it's still pretty high there at 60 to 70%. And then beyond this, it looks like we don't see some raging heat wave where the high pressure heat dome just sits overhead. So we're going to keep temperatures pretty close to where they should be through the 21st, and then we're going to see the precip outlook staying above normal. So it looks like showers and storms, at least scattered showers and storms, to carry us through the third week of June. So thank you all. Glad to have you here. Glad you can hear me. Yes, we got it fixed. We got the thing. Finally, we had talked about this at one point, and he said, wait a second, I think I have one of these down at my shop. So we went down there because he does audio stuff and everything for a living. So yeah, I went and grabbed that, and beautiful. Sounds good. Love it. Love that we got that fixed for you. And I think, you know, at some point I'll improve the lighting and all that stuff. But for now, you can hear me, and that's good. I will see you back here tomorrow evening, because that's how we do it on Sundays. Unless we see some severe stuff pop a little later or a little earlier in the day, I will be on then. But I do think probably about 4 or 5 tomorrow is when those storms hit. So we will talk about it then. I'll see you then. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.